Sketches of life. Gay camp for straight guys. The scene is at a retreat, a summer camp. A group of 8 guys are sitting on wooden benches facing an outdoor platform or stage. A sign nearby says Fort Bone. The guys all look like dorks. Andy is a corporate drone in his late 20s, sitting in the front row. So is Ron, another similar office worker around the same age. Nathan is an older, pudgy, nerdy guy sitting near the back. The speaker is a rather flamboyant homosexual named Kevin Armand. He's dressed like a camp counselor or Boy Scout, but with a really gay and flamboyant take on the regular Scoutmaster outfit. Another man, in a less gay Scout outfit, named Christopher, is sitting at the edge of the platform. He's Kevin's helper. Good morning, gentlemen, and welcome to Fort Bone, the gay camp for straight men. This is a welcoming place where straight men like you, after an 8-week program, will become gayer than a Christmas pageant. By the end of camp, you'll be ready to make out with guys, engage in 4-ways, and work both sides of that glory hole. But we pride ourselves here on baby steps. Baby steps, baby steps, baby steps. Fort Bone is the first of its kind. Now we have a 5-step program here to get you on your way. First, you will start by watching light contact. Second, you will engage in light contact. Third, you will begin to tolerate graphic descriptions of homosexual behavior. Fourth, you'll be able to watch graphic descriptions of homosexual behavior. And finally, graduation is where you engage in homosexual behavior of a very graphic nature. But we work up to it in baby steps, baby steps, baby steps. If you follow the process all the way through to the end with the proper amount of reps, you too will become a card-carrying homosexual. Nathan has a question.
What about fashion? I don't know if I have the right look for a gay man.
Such a delicious question. What's your name, big boy?
I'm Nathaniel.
Nathaniel. If you follow our program, you will develop a sense of your own gay style. The deeper you get into our program, the more it will flow from your newly emerging gay identity. Good God, you're so deliciously big that I think you're going to be the bear of our group. Now let's go around and introduce each other, and perhaps share why you've all decided to come to Fort Bone. Starting with you, sir. Kevin points at Ron. Hi, I'm Ron. I'm an accountant with the government. I live outside of Washington, D.C. So why have you decided to choose the gay lifestyle, Ron? Well, I've never been successful with women, so I don't really feel like I'm missing out on a lot of hot chicks. I've thought about it, and I think if I can find a dude with no body hair, we can build on that. I just think I can convince myself it's not gross. I've tried, and I'm almost certain that I can get over the hump. Silly. It's only gross if you do it right. Regardless, our program is designed to ease you past these concerns. Baby steps, baby steps, baby steps. Now, if you had to start out by finding the hairiest ass in Xanadu and have the man squat on your face while you ate him, you'd all go running for the hills. Some of the guys cringe at this remark. You see that? I just gave you a little taste of step 3, don't worry. You've got to get comfortable with descriptions of graphic homosexual activity. Some of you will not have a problem with this, but for most of you, even hearing descriptions of what 2 men can do together will be difficult for your stomach. Don't worry, we work up to it. Baby steps, baby steps, baby steps. Now let's hear from some of the others. You, sir, why have you decided to give Fort Bone a try? Andy answers. Well, just like Ron was saying, I don't get laid much by women, so I'm constantly envious of gay guys because I know it never stops for them. I also live just outside of D.C., and I don't figure I'll get hassled that much if I quietly change my orientation. It's a big, diverse city, and half the women I work with already assume I'm gay anyways. So I've wanted to give it a try, but I never knew a place like this even existed. Also, I have a supervisor who's pretty openly gay, and we get along really well, but he's suggested to me more than once that he would love it if I played for his team. So I kind of feel like if I were able to switch sides, it might help out my career a lot. Glad to hear that so many of you breeders have really got an angle on what you want out of your gay life. I'm really envious of your plans. I mean, I was born with mine. I may as well have had a rainbow-colored diaper. My path was already chosen. I was put here to bring straight men into the gay fold. Okay, time for our first exercise, observing light contact. Christopher, please join me on stage. Christopher walks up the tiny steps to get on stage with Kevin. He has a clearly gay disposition, but not overtly effeminate or flamboyant. Boys, this is Christopher. He's my assistant, and he's going to be one of your camp counselors. The first level of comfort you're going to learn is to see two men engage in light contact. We take things in small increments, of course. Baby steps, baby steps, baby steps. Now, many of you have already seen hand-holding, so it'll be a victory right out of the chute. Christopher and I are holding hands, and all you have to do is sit there and watch. Kevin takes Christopher's hand, and the two of them begin to walk around the stage like lovers on a stroll. Kevin continues talking while walking. See what we're doing here? Just a cute couple out for a walk. You see us, and you think, oh my god, how nice, how adorable. That could be me someday if I'm lucky. Nothing more complicated than that. How's everybody doing? The group of guys are not visibly disturbed, perhaps not entirely comfortable, but certainly not overtly disturbed by the contact. Kevin and Christopher stop after a few seconds and face each other, about 2 inches apart. Kevin again turns to face the group. Now, we're not even touching, but you see what we're doing. Suggesting, and in fact enforcing, homosexual tension. Now, we're not going to surprise you with anything crazy, but we want you to get comfortable with what you're here to develop. Homosexual tension. Kevin then turns back to Christopher. They continue to stare at each other inches apart for a few more seconds. The guys on the benches are a little more tense watching this. A few of them let their eyes wander elsewhere just a little bit. Before too long, Kevin turns back to the crowd, breaks the tension, and addresses them by himself. Okay, now before lunch we will start you on light contact. After lunch we're going to be doing lots of reps of light contact. For the first basic exercise, I want 2 groups of 4. Ron, Andy, Nathan, and another guy get together in a group and sit in a circle. Okay, within your group, 2 of you are going to engage in light contact, and the other 2 are going to observe. Steps 1 and 2 in the same exercise. You 2. Kevin points to Andy and Ron. You 2 start on light contact, some form of hand-holding. You 2, he points to Nathaniel and the other guy, you start by observing. After 3 minutes, switch. Let's get gay. That's my little motivational joke. The group of 4 arranges itself in a circle. Kevin leaves and Christopher comes over to supervise. Do we have to make eye contact? Ron asks Christopher. Not until the second day. Ron and Andy move their hands very close together. Both are reluctant to touch and just can't do it. After about 10 seconds, Andy momentarily pulls his hand back. I have an idea. Andy then holds out his index finger only, face up. Ron sees the index finger, recognizes the intent, takes his cue, and then touches him with his own index finger. The two have finally made contact at the fingertips. No eye contact whatsoever. Good, Christopher says. Just hold it there for 2.5 minutes. You 2 keep watching. Kevin comes over to observe. Oh, bless your hearts. Seeing that first touch is so precious. You'll all be butt-fucking in no time. Fade out. Recorded June 7th, 2013.